All right, my friends, it is time for us to talk about my favorite subject next to low-rise jeans and tramp stamps and early 2000s skunk hair. That is my number one favorite subject, but perhaps my second favorite subject, one-hit wonders. This time, we're going to talk about one-hit wonders of the 90s, and we will ask ourselves, were these any good? Was this an example of underappreciated genius, or was the song just a one-hit wonder that was best left forgotten? We shall see. The first one we're here to talk about is Tom Green's The Bum Bum song, aka Lonely Swedish. I haven't listened to this in probably 20 years, so let's see. Does this hold up? I don't know. Probably not, since it's a joke song, but we shall see.
My bum is on the rail. Bum is on the rail. Look at me. My bum is on the rail.
Tom Green might be the weakest talent in entertainment history. Yeah, this
On the step, you might hurt your bum.
this is almost like terrible Vine or TikTok content 20 years before its time, right? I hope it's 20 years before I hear it again. This is definitely even worse than I remembered. I remembered it being bad, and it's worse than I remembered.
Swedish. My bum is on the gum. My bum.
To be fair, it's supposed to be bad. Was this popular at one time? Oh, yes. Yes, it was. In fact, this was number one on TRL the week that it came out. At the time, he had a super popular show on MTV, like sort of a prank show. And, it was funny at the time. Kind of Jackass adjacent kind of stuff. The Tom Green Show, yes. He made this song for a joke and got all his fans to vote for it on TRL. And it was number one on TRL the week that it came out, which was kind of hilarious. Like over Backstreet Boys or something like that. I think this was 99. And they immediately retired it, which I thought was kind of funny. They immediately retired it from eligibility. This was so popular with everyone under 20 in 2000, I feel like, yes. And the song is horrible, of course. But it's supposed to be horrible. He did marry Drew Barrymore, yes. This is the kind of thing that probably if you were 12 in 1999, you probably thought this was the peak of comedy. He said bum, he said poo, the whole song's about his butt. If you're in 6th grade, you probably thought it was absolutely amazing. Probably laughed yourself silly to this if you're in 6th grade in 1999. Like a less talented version of Bloodhound Gang, which is saying a lot because Bloodhound Gang is already pretty bad. How old was he when this came out? I don't know, probably 28 or something. Do you guys remember his movie, Freddy Got Fingered? Underrated movie. The movie is like so bad that it's surreal. In a good way. I haven't watched the movie in a long time, but it was incredible. Yeah, the daddy would you like some sausages thing. We gotta look that up. This song from his movie is amazing. Yes, it is a Dadaist masterpiece. That's a good way to put it.
What are you doing? For your information, this is me being creative. Oh,
It's very zany.
I can't think of anything to draw because I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid.
He did make Freddy Got Fingered terrible on purpose. In fact, they joke about it in the movie. He makes a joke about, like, why would you give some talentless comedian a bunch of money to make a movie or something like that? And then, like, he turns to the camera, like, sort of admitting that that's what he did. He acknowledges it. It's totally a bet between friends. He acknowledges it in the movie.
Oh, look, honey, our boy's a genius.
It's great. Is this song good? No, the song is horrible. But I kind of respect it. The song is absolutely awful on purpose, and he managed to get a deliberately terrible song to number one on TRL. I respect it. I'm on board with that. Next up, we have This Is How We Do It by Montell Jordan from, 1995, I guess it is? This was a very popular song with the cool kids when I was in 10th grade. And let me tell you how cool I was in 10th grade. I was on the debate team, and I was the editor of our school newspaper. I remember hearing this one night. We would stay late to like work on the newspaper. We were there at like 8 or 9 o'clock at night or something, putting together the newspaper. And one of the other kids on the paper was listening to this. And that was the first time I heard this song. As you can tell, back in high school, I was extremely popular with the ladies. I mean, who wouldn't want to get with the editor of the newspaper and the co-captain of the debate team? Did I mention that I also listened to Mr. Bungle and Green Jello? Did I ever go to high school parties? What do you think? Do you think anybody wanted to invite the guy from the debate team who listened to Mr. Bungle to a fucking party? I'll let you answer that for yourself.
This is how we do it.
Anybody know this sample? Actually, let me tell you about one time that I was invited to sort of a party. One of my best friends in junior high and high school, if you guys know the company Zoomies, the like action sports, skateboard retailer kind of company, his dad started and owned Zoomies. His dad is an awesome guy. He was a cool kid. He was like a skater, but he was popular, good looking guy. And lots of girls liked him. And I was really good friends with him. Great guy. I played in a band with him a couple times and stuff. And he invited a bunch of us over to his house once to hang out, and there was these like a bunch of like cute skater girls there. I don't know what I was thinking, but here's what a smooth ladies man I was. It's embarrassing. This is so bad. This happened in like 1995, and I don't even want to admit it. For some reason, the whole night I was farting like crazy around all these girls, and he was like, what are you doing? Like, why are you farting around these girls? What the fuck is wrong with you? I don't know. I'm blushing right now. I was scent marking. Exactly. I was scent marking my territory. What I was doing is I was just trying to help my friends. Smooth as peanut butter. That's me. I was trying to be a good wingman. I just didn't want all the girls to flock to me. I was just trying to save the puss for some of them. That's all. I said, if I don't throw myself on a sword, all the girls are going to just flock to me all night, and you guys are going to get no puss. So I'm going to fall on this sword. I was sort of doing it on purpose. Kind of. I was kind of doing it on purpose, but kind of not. Unclear to me. I don't remember how much of it was on purpose. All I know is that I hope those girls forgot my name. By the way, one of those girls who was at the party, I saw her in 2016 when I was going to the bank to get the down payment for our house that we were buying at the time. I hadn't seen her in like 15 years. And I walked into the bank kind of in a hurry because I had to get $20,000 to like, put the down payment on this house. And she was like, "Oh, Finn." And I was like, "Oh, hi, blank." It's like, fuck. I haven't seen this girl since like 2001. Did she smell me? I don't know. I hope that she blocked that part out. This is one of the same girls. If you remember me talking about how I cock blocked myself by forcing these girls to listen to Discordance Axis, she was one of those girls. So I farted around her and I made her listen to Discordance Axis. And somehow she still had enough mercy on me to say hi to me when I saw her at the bank in 2016. And that was the last time I talked to her. And I don't know. This is all just bringing up a lot of painful memories. I'm sorry, people. You learned a lot about me tonight, I think. Yeah, I was her special friend. That's right. I was her special friend. So you learned a lot about me tonight. And, sometimes I think maybe I should keep these stories to myself. Was the fart incident was after the music incident, I think. I'm not sure, but no, they were smelly. Oh, they were definitely smelly farts. Yes, they were definitely smelly. So there we go. You learned something about me tonight. Well, I'll tell you another funny story about myself around the same time. I got invited to another party. These two girls who lived down the street from me, cute like normie girls. I have no fucking idea why they invited me over. And we played Spin the Bottle. The whole time that we were playing Spin the Bottle, I had the most awful like diarrhea that I was trying to hold in the whole time. You know that like bubble guts kind of thing where it's like bloop, bloop, bloop. And it feels like your stomach is about to turn inside out, and it takes every fiber of your being for it to like just not squirt out. It's like, imagine if you filled a balloon full of like minestrone soup and that soup is just trying to like just squirt out the whole of that balloon as hard as it possibly can. You know that feeling? I had that feeling the whole time. And trust me, there was nothing that I wanted to do more than go home and let that minestrone soup just fall out of my anus. Nothing I wanted to do more than that. But I held it in because I wanted to play spin the bottle. So the whole time, you know, I managed to kiss one or maybe both of these girls. And I was also afraid to use her bathroom because, I mean, you can't have a girl invite you over to play spin the bottle and then you just go in her bathroom and just destroy it with explosive watery diarrhea, right? You can't do that. So I'm there for, I don't know, an hour or two or something, just holding in this awful diarrhea. And she followed me on Instagram like maybe 6 months ago or something like that. I was happy that she did because, you know, she has like 3 kids now and seems to be doing really well. But as soon as she followed me, the first thing I thought was like, oh, I remember that night of explosive diarrhea back in 1995. And to connect it back to the story here, it would not surprise me, because that was 1995, it would not surprise me if at that Spin the Bottle party, she was listening to Montell Jordan, because she was a normie. So it seems very likely. It's okay. I diarrheaed behind the Volvo station wagon of a girl I liked right in her driveway because I didn't want her to know I had to poop. She mentioned the next day that someone vandalized their house and her dad had to hose down the driveway in the morning. Oh, I'll say one other thing. Speaking of girls and diarrhea, one last thing I will say that fortunately is not about me diarrheaing. Do we have anybody in the chat that's from Cleveland, specifically from Lakewood? Anybody in the chat that knows about Lakewood, Ohio? There's a drug mart, a store called Drug Mart in Lakewood, Ohio. And the girl that I was dating at the time, her mom lived really close to that drug mart in Lakewood. She was supposed to come over and it was kind of late. She was late coming over. And I was like, what happened? She's like, I have to use the bathroom. And I was like, okay, what's the matter? I was like, are you okay? She's like, yes. But something really embarrassing happened. And she went to the bathroom for a while, came out, and I was like, what happened? Turns out that she was walking over to my house and she had diarrhea and she just had to go. This is at 9 o'clock at night or something, so nothing's open. She had to go so bad that she just went out behind the drug mart in Lakewood and just sprayed diarrhea all over the back of the drug mart in Lakewood, Ohio. So if you are ever in Lakewood and you walk past the drug mart on Detroit Avenue, just remember that this girl, whose name I will not repeat for her own sake, just sprayed that bad boy down with diarrhea back in 1997. With all the stories about hooking up and poop out of the way, let's get back to one of the top hits of 1995. This Is How We Do It by Montell Jordan. What a groove. This song is great. Ooh, look at this look. Look at this fit right here. Fellas, what's stopping you from looking like this? Bring it back, people. This song does fuck. Look at this fit, too. This is real 90s drip right here, people. I don't know how we like retconned 90s fashion into thinking that it's like Clueless or like these cool e-girls. This is what people actually dress like in 1995. Like size 42 khaki corduroys with some extra large striped long sleeve polo. This is accurate 90s drip. The sample is from Children's Story by Slick Rick. Ooh, look at her humping the wall there. I like that. This is the purest sign of interest in mating in nature that can ever be expressed. You know, like how some birds will like get yellow feathers and like do this to show that they're in heat and they're ready to mate. Humans, we just like get up on the wall and start humping the air. That's how you know we're ready to mate. Also, coordinated dancing. Why don't we do that in rap videos anymore? I mean, I guess this is R&B, but whatever. It's not an R&B video unless you have a small army of synchronized dancers in the background. If you're an OG Mac or wannabe player, I guess I would be a wannabe player because I know I'm not an OG Mac. So I guess that makes me a wannabe player. This is indeed how we do it. Does this song hold up? Hell yes, it does. A timeless classic. 10 out of 10 beat, 10 out of 10 hook, 10 out of 10 video. We got the wall humping. Most importantly, it reminded me of all the ways that I cock-blocked myself with pooping and farting back in the 90s. I hope that helped you all heal. I hope that all my stories of how I cock-blocked myself with my anus in the 90s, I hope that they helped you heal. I hope that this is a moment where we all got a chance to heal. Next up, we have Possum Kingdom by the Toadies. Does anyone remember this band? Do people remember this? My father made me listen to this over and over.
Make up your mind.
I always hated this song too. Just peak grunge, or peak alternative, I should say. This look right here, again, if you really want to bring back the 90s, this is the look right here. Some kind of like weird hot rodded Strat with your baggy, torn, light jeans and a gas station jacket. This is the look right here. I would say that along with Four Non Blondes, if you looked up alternative in the dictionary, this would be it. This is like after Nirvana and Pearl Jam and stuff had gotten big, there was the second wave of bands like this. It was sort of like, I don't know, it felt very derivative. I got the CD from Columbia House for a penny, and it was not worth it. Look, he's got duct tape on his guitar. That's how you know he's a real grunger. Because back then, it was not cool to take anything seriously or care about anything. Be like, whatever, man. I just put some duct tape on my guitar because it's a piece of crap, but who cares, man? I don't even care about nothing because I'm a real grunger. I want you. I always thought he had the most irritating voice, kind of like halfway between Yarling and Kurt Cobain. I haven't listened to this song in easily 20 years. I can't say that it's great, but I don't know. I suppose it's not the worst thing that I've heard either. It's pretty irritating, though. Pretty irritating, yeah. A C, I think, is fair. I saw the Toadies with All. You know the band All? Basically the Descendants with a different singer. I saw them with the Toadies in 1995 or 96, I think. People must have been desperate for more grunge if this was a hit. We were desperate for grunge. We couldn't get enough grunge. This song is about stalking and murdering a girl. Jesus. I did not know that, but watching the video now, I see this is about him like dumping a body in a lake or something, and it's a little weird. There's a lot of incel kind of vibes in grunge in general. The 90s, you know, was a weird time where a song like this could be a radio hit. Can you imagine? This is like the Lil Pump of its day, where you'd hear the song on the radio and you'd be like, Jesus Christ, how did this get popular? This song is horrible. I feel like it's weird. People have like a lot of nostalgia for this band now, and I'm not sure why. Let's see, is there a dead relative comment? I bet there's going to be a dead relative comment here. I think we can all agree the Toadies are criminally underrated. Their entire first album, I cannot list one song that is a song that wouldn't be amazing in this day and age. Much love for the Toadies. No, Sarah from 7 months ago. This is one of the most, if not the most powerful songs of the 90s. One of the greatest songs to come out of the 90s. This song never gets old. Well, it got old to me the first time I heard it. I hate to be labeled as one of those I was born in the wrong generation people, because all I really want is to just experience these songs that are popular. Cora, take my word for it. You don't need to experience the Toadies and Silverchair when they were actually popular. Trust me, you weren't missing much. I would say this song, not great. Not great. How about this? Here's a song that I remember. So you guys remember earlier when I told you about the girl who sprayed Drug Mart with her diarrhea? You remember her? I dated that girl for almost 3 years on and off. And one of the strongest memories I have is when I worked at Office Max in Rocky River, Ohio in 1996. And they played this song on the radio at Office Max all the time. And so every time I hear this song, I think about that girl who sprayed Drug Mart with diarrhea. I have no idea what the Cardigans even look like. Is that her? That's her, okay. I never knew what she looked like. The vocal performance is like weirdly low energy. I didn't remember that. I remembered it being more of like a belty disco kind of thing. She sounds like she's half asleep. Here's the hook. She kind of looks like Kristen Bell. You know, It's hard for me to listen to because I've been scarred by all those memories of Diarrhea Girl. It's tough to like a song, even if you recognize that it's legitimately good. I think you can agree it's difficult to listen to a song when it just reminds you of a girl that you dated spraying diarrhea all over the side of a drug mart in the middle of the night. Don't you agree? I'm sure we all have a song like that, right? Tell me in the chat, people, what song reminds you of the girl you dated when you were 19 spraying diarrhea on the side of a building? We've all got that song, right? We've all got our Diarrhea Girl, and we've all got the song that reminds me of her. You don't have a Diarrhea Girl? What? I thought this was a universal coming of age experience, that we would all have a Diarrhea Girl in our life. Hey there, Delilah. Yeah, exactly. That's your Diarrhea Girl song, right? This song was ubiquitous back then. Yes, absolutely. It was ubiquitous. Is it a good song? Objectively, yes. It is objectively a good song, but I think I'll never be able to remember it as anything other than the song that triggered all those memories of how I got my heart broken by the Diarrhea Girl. So for that reason, I say I will never listen to this song again for the rest of my life. I'm sorry. This song is dead to me. It's dead to me, people. It's gone. No thank you to Diarrhea Girl. I Set My Friends on Fire reminds me of the girl who threw up in my mouth at a party in high school. Oh, well, I have one more down bad story, kind of. So when I was 18, I guess, 18 through 20, I lived with this girl who was not my girlfriend. She was the best friend of the Diarrhea Girl. And I never dated this roommate, but I definitely would have, because she was very attractive. She was like the epitome. She was probably like the best looking like 90s emo girl you could ever imagine. And she was my roommate. And of course, I wanted to hook up with her. Never did, because pro tip, by the way, 19-year-old guys, if they're speaking to a girl, here's something you need to know about men, at least when they're 19. If a 19-year-old guy is talking to a girl in a situation where he doesn't have to, like school or work, that means that he wants to have sex with her. There are no exceptions to this. If a 19-year-old guy is speaking to a girl, he wants to have sex with her. Period. It doesn't mean that that's his only motivation. It doesn't mean that he doesn't genuinely like her, or it doesn't mean anything shady. It just means that if you said, hey, would you have sex with that girl you're talking to right now? He'd be like, well, yes, of course. Why else would I be talking to her? Why else? Of course, because when you're 19, a 19-year-old guy, the only thing you think about is trying to get it in, period. Anyway, so my roommate at the time, this emo girl, who I was never able to hook up with, I don't know why I did this. I don't know why I'm like this. I don't know what's wrong with me. But I remember one time we were on the escalator at Tower City, the mall in Cleveland, and for some reason I thought that it would impress her if I ate one of her boogers. And so I had her like pick it out of her nose, and I ate it on the escalator. The Riz God. You can imagine at that time, she said, oh, I never thought of you as anything more than a friend before. But now I see you totally differently. Please take me to the bathroom right now and have your way with me. I insist. After seeing you eat my booger on the escalator and hearing about you farting at that party in high school, now I must have you. You'll be shocked to know that I never did hook up with her, right? I got very squarely friend-zoned by her. You'd be shocked by that, I know. Who could have ever seen that coming? Okay, next one. Kiss Me by Sixpence None the Richer. This is from She's All That. That's right. She's All That, the best teen movie of all time. I would fantasize rescuing all my crushes from a burning tower of lava to this song. This is another one of these songs that played over the radio all the time when I was working at Office Max. While you were fantasizing about rescuing your crushes from a field of lava, I was thinking about getting my heart broken by the girl who sprayed Drug Mart. You and me, we're not the same. It's a very romantic song, isn't it? You know, if I had any Riz whatsoever when I was 19, maybe I would have had a better story about listening to this song when I held hands with some cute girl and, you know, kissed her under the stars, just like this video. Maybe I would have a story like that, but no, I was too busy cock blocking myself by farting and eating boogers. Thank you for getting married and saving some for the rest of us because the Riz game is too strong. I know. My Riz is off the charts. That's right. This is a Christian band. That's right. This is a Christian band. What are they doing singing songs about kissing? This song should be called Marry Me, and then the first time we will ever kiss will be on our wedding night. That's what it should be called. Let's see if there's a dead relative comment on this one. One of those magical songs that make you feel something or remember a memory that never existed. This song makes me remember some things that unfortunately did exist, and now you know about those things too. This song dropped at a time when life was simple, pleasant, and fun. No noisy social media, no rampant smartphone drones about, or no COVID. If you fell in love when this song entered your lives, then chances are you're still in love today. The innocence in this classic is timeless. That's true. What a nice comment. It's true. This is a very sweet song. I have a bad memory due to an injury to the head from the military, but this song instantly triggers my memory. I remember being a child in the morning when my mother got ready for work. This would play all the time. One of the few songs that triggers such a strong memory. There we have it, people. This song cures TBI. No dead relative comments yet. I'm surprised. Surprised and disappointed. Does that song hold up? I would say it does. Solid song. Last one is a random one-hit wonder called Bewitched. B****. Witched. The song is called C'est la vie. I barely remember this. Unless you were a teenager when this song came out, you have absolutely no idea how much of a bop this was in high school. Absolute classic. Well, I think that I was a teenager when this came out, but I barely remember it. So let's see. Oh, it's an Irish girl group. Okay.
Look like me, Dad.
Look like me, Dad. They look enthusiastic. I like it. Looks like a fabric softener commercial, doesn't it? I feel like my clothes are going to come out smelling great. Oh, look at him. He's so bashful. She says, don't be shy. Straighten up your tie. Look at this fella sitting up in the treehouse, just wishing that one of these lovely Irish ladies would come talk to him. Commercial for medicine to reduce period cramps. Whoa. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. I thought this was a Christian song. No, look at this guy. He says, no thank you, Jezebel. No thank you. I'm saving myself for marriage. I'm not going to let your pretty song and your fancy dance moves trick me into giving up my virginity. Not today, Jezebel. Not today. Play with the girls, play with the boys. Do you ever get lonely playing with your toys? I'm sorry. This song is inappropriate for younger audiences. I don't like where they're... I like the dog. This video is very confusing. This video is so weird. It feels like some like modern, like ironic hyperpop video or something, doesn't it? It's just like, I feel like a lot of denim. We must have had a denim surplus back in the 90s because they used all of it in this video and no one seems to mind. Okay, does this song hold up? You know, it's a catchy song, but I'm sorry. I can't co-sign on anything that involves 4 Jezebels trying to corrupt this poor young man. Inappropriate. I won't have it. Thumbs down. I dislike this. I'm reporting it to YouTube. I'm going to add this to the list of songs that will never be played around my son until he's 18 years old. That's my opinion. I don't like it. Not one bit at all. And that does it for this installment of 90s one-hit wonders featuring mini songs about my butthole and the problems I had with it when I was a teenager. I hope you enjoyed those stories. There's probably more that I'm not thinking of. Probably many more. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope we healed together today.